What's up, guys? Not your usual Skizen video of nonsense and fucking degeneracy. More of like a more serious video. Not very serious. Just like a story I wanted to tell, and maybe you can take something away from it. I don't usually give a lot of value in my videos, other than maybe, hopefully, making you laugh at me or with me, whatever it is. So I wanted to talk about the story that I was really thinking about today, because I think it can be pretty relatable in some aspects, maybe even valuable. But so I think in 2025 for 2024, I think March 2024, I don't know why, I thought it was a good idea to buzz my hair. I've never been like a buzz type of guy, only like when I was a little kid growing up. And I decided to buzz my hair because I went through a breakup, like it wasn't that deep, but I mean, it made me really question myself. It's transformative. I'll put it that way. It's transformative. Maybe that had to do with it. Maybe I had also really been wanting to see how dropped I'd be with the buzz. So there's also that part. Anyways, I mentioned I grew up with a buzz cut, and that's because my dad, growing up, always thought it was very manly and masculine to have a buzz cut, and it was unprofessional to have longer hair. That has to do with with my whole dad side of the family. It's the Mexican side of my family, very masculine, hardworking, very traditional values. Some I would say machisto. So very masculine, toxic kind of masculine at some points. A very old school way of life, or old school way of thinking, not very Western. Although the generations in our family have adapted, I feel, over time. My uncle, and then my dad has, as he grows older, he gets accustomed to the Western modern way of living. But anyway, so I always had that haircut. I don't know why I bring that up. It's probably because I get bullied for the old pictures that exist of me with my bald ass head. I also had a really big head back then, so that's why I bring it up. But let me get to the core of the story. So I got this haircut, and yes, as expected, I was very chopped. It looked pretty freaking bad. I had my mom's boyfriend, Eduardo. I had him buzz it for me because I'm like, bro, I'm not paying $60 fucking for a fucking buzz cut. These barbers in Marin be tripping, and it was patchy as fuck. Like, all around my head, bro. You'd see like a hair this long, but like everything else was fucking short. It was bad. It was really bad. It also funny. I look back on it now. It was funny. I think I've had this problem where I want to fit in and be accepted by my dad's side of the family. It's not that I'm not. I'm very loved over there. It was just I think it's just seeking approval kind of thing. I grew up with that side of the family when I was growing up. Like, I always wanted to be accepted, and even though I was, I felt like I had something to prove, and that they expected great things from me, and I had to be this masculine guy. So going into it, I didn't really have them in mind, maybe sort of, but I kind of assumed they'd be like very like, wow, like, short hair, you're a man, you're manly, you finally got rid of your hair. Because I used to get shit for having my hair long by my uncle, like my dad too used to really be on my case about getting a haircut. But I mean, okay, I let it grow out now, but it's pretty long. This is like the longest I've probably had it for like since like ever. And I remember I saw my grandpa and he was like, Andres, like, you look a lot different. And I was like, oh yeah, like you know, I decided like for a change or something. And I was like, I asked him, I was like, what do you think about it? I was like, do you do you like this hair on me? And you know, coming from that side of the family, I expected him to say, yeah, like I do. And like bewildered, like he said, I don't really like it. Like, I like you with with your head on. You look too different. It feels like I don't recognize you. And I was like, oh really? Like, wow. I did kind of didn't know what to say. It just was not what I was expecting. And I don't mean to paint my grandpa out as like some sort of bad guy or anything. He loves me. I love him. Um, we're on very good terms. It's just, you know, we're pretty different. But we love each other. And yeah, I thought that was like crazy. I was like, wow, like he really accepted who I was and didn't really want me to be, you know, you know what I'm saying? I think you're getting the point. And also, same with my dad. I've always had this fixation on, and I'm still guilty of this. It's not like I've recovered from this, but you know, I want to make him proud. I want to, you know, be the man he wants me to be. And so yeah, so I also was expecting him to feel like, whoa, like it's a good change, you know, because I'll be more masculine and be like more like him because he keeps his hair short like all the time. And I remember same thing. He was like bewildered at like the change I made and didn't really like it. And I thought he would like it because I was more of what I was sorry about that. I was more of what I presumed wanted. And he said the same thing. He said, like, I don't recognize you with this buzz, like I'll get used to it. He was like, but it doesn't feel like you. And that hit me really hard as well. I was like, wow, interesting. And never before had I ever felt so accepted as I was, even though I didn't realize it. It was very heartwarming. Because I guess what I want to communicate in this video is that the longer you express who you are and, you know, show your vulnerabilities and who you are and are able to put yourself out there and embarrass yourself and have these wild ideas, and if you feel the need to express yourself in a certain way, even if it's gonna be frowned upon or you are hated on, like no matter what it is, you know, it's like the longer you show that out there, the more quickly you're gonna be accepted, and becoming something you're not will just be unrecognizable to people. And that's really the message I want to bring home, is that you don't have to do anything necessarily to be accepted. Just being who you are. And I know it's like the most cliche advice ever, but I was just thinking about it today. It's like the longer you are, the more quickly you are accepted. So, you know, it feels like the more you hide, the more time it's gonna take, obviously, to be accepted and be seen as you are. And I don't know if you can derive any value from that, but if you can, it makes me extremely happy. if I'm able to make you smile on any given day, I think my job as a living human being in this society, I can feel fulfilled for sure. And hopefully, me being myself, can inspire you to be yourself. Obviously, I don't know where I'm going with this. I just felt like I needed to communicate why I do what I do, why I act the way I act, and that I love everyone who watches these videos. Yeah, skis on.